So, what's going on? We're back. As you can see, I'm now standing. This is now a standing show. This is no longer a sitting show, unless I really feel like it. Because I make the rule. This is my thing. This is my rules. These are my rules, and this is my show. So, I benched Travion in fantasy, which is just, classic. Classic me. Classic move that only I would do. Only I would make, and I'm sitting there last night, actually Wednesday night, and I'm like, damn, he had 28 points on Sunday. He had his breakout game. It's a short week. He's not going to do that again. At least he's not going to exceed 28 or get 28 again. And of course I was fucking wrong. Of course I was wrong. Why would I be right? Why would I be right about a fantasy decision, a fantasy football decision? Why the fuck would I be right, ever? So he's on my bench, and I'm just sitting there watching him score 3 touchdowns right in front of my fucking face and just mocking me while Drake Maye just, continues to play like a top 5 quarterback, even though, the Patriots just seem like they're not even being talked about like a legit team, which is very, very strange to me. You better lock in on the Pats because everyone's still on the Bills and all the Ravens are going to, come back. And it's like, what about the fucking team that's 9-2 right now? And have won 8 straight games. But I'm still not done talking about Travion. I can't believe he had 32 points. Of course, and the reason I left him on my bench is because I can afford to, because my team is stacked. My team is fucking loaded. It's the best in my league. I don't want to hear it. Nobody say shit. My league mates. I'll send you this, actually. Fuck you guys. I got something wrong with me. I can't stand still when I'm doing this. I have to fucking move around, and I speak with my hands a lot. It's like Moltisanti, just fucking your mother, your sister. This is the weirdest season I could remember in a long time, just because it feels like nobody's really running away with this shit. And it's like I'm not used to random teams being at the top of the AFC. It's usually always the same stuff. And I'm not used to the NFC kind of being this loaded. I mean, it is loaded, bro. We are like 6-4, and we're outside of the NFC playoff race, the 49ers. I mean, the Bears are on a hot streak. Who else? Carolina's kind of staying afloat, even though they just lost a shitty game to New Orleans. So the Jets obviously lost. They're not going anywhere. They suck. They're so bad. Justin Fields can't throw the ball. He refuses to throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field. And the reason why I say this, why I think this is like it's a Fields issue, because he can't see the field. It is designed that way for him to be a one-read guy, and if the one read isn't there, you take off. And even if it's not necessarily being said that that's what they want him to do, he is already predetermining in his mind before he takes that snap that that's what he's going to do. Because every time you see it, he may look around, he may act like he's going through his reads, but it's like one read, and then he's taking off. He's outside of the pocket. But there are people that are open underneath, and it's like the reason why I feel like he's not taking those throws is because he feels like he needs to prove something. I gotta look at this schedule real quick, because I don't have. Oh yeah, by the way too, I don't have any notes either. Because you know why? Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about shit anymore. Okay, this is how it's gonna go. All right, because I feel like I'm better this way. Like Pat McAfee, how he stands up, he can't sit down. I really believe if Pat McAfee sat down, we'd see a different Pat McAfee. He wouldn't be the same. He wouldn't be able to run the show like he does. And he fucking runs that shit. So this is how it has to be. A regular pod, a nice video essay, I'm sitting down. This is just me yapping for however the fuck long I feel like. Yeah, a lot of divisional games. So Commanders, Dolphins, my God. The only reason I will talk about this game is because the Commanders are one game short of tying the all-time record, and I guess essentially having the all-time record for most games lost by 20 or more points in a row. Most consecutive losses by 20 or more points. With right now they're at 4. They got blown out. They've gotten blown out for 4 straight games, and so that's kind of just, it's an upsetting year for a team that had Super Bowl aspirations. But I mean, a lot of shit's happened. Debo, Terry, Jaden, Dorrance Armstrong, Dietrich Wise. You got Lattimore out for the year now. Trey Amos is out for the year. All of those guys out with injuries. It's like you really can't blame them. I mean, week one, they didn't even really look that good. So it's tough times right now in DC because your stadium already sucks. Your stadium is just horrible. You changed your name to something stupid like Commander. It should have been Red Wolves. That name is sick. Commanders are just so boring and stupid. What even is that? Trump said he wants them to change it back to Redskins. Fucking yeah. Because who cares about the name? Why even change it? I know why they changed it. I'm not going to say it because it's so dumb. But it's just like, come on, man. Just fucking grow a pair of balls. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But just fuck that name. Fuck the Commander's name. It's stupid. I miss Deebo Samuel though. I just miss him. I wish he never left. This is fucked up. The Giants finally fired Brian Daboll. Finally fucking fired him. I'm gonna be real. They seem very, very cool about keeping Joe Shane. I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that at all. Because why? I don't get why they kept him. But they finally got rid of Daboll. They finally cleared house. Every fucking quarterback, it seems like that gets drafted has their coach gone the next year. It's honestly kind of upsetting, but that was the best thing for the Giants, hands down. Now, the real question is who is going to be your next guy? And why has it not been Lane Kiffin yet? Why haven't you hired him yet? You should hire him. If I'm the Giants, I'm either taking Lane Kiffin or John Gruden. Because I'll tell you what, man, John Gruden, people don't give him credit, but when he was with the Raiders from like 2018 to 2021, except for 2018, they were horrible. But 2019 to 2021, their offense was really good. And it was a lot better than they probably should have been. And it was a lot better than most from 2019 to 2021, that offense that they had, those players. You put a lot of coaches on that team, they don't get the same production. Gruden knows how to run an offense, all right? That is true. It's undeniable. Now, Carolina and Atlanta, look, you already know how I feel about Atlanta's offense. Should be way better than what it is. They have a 1-2 punch at running back. They have an elite wide receiver one. It was just revealed that Darnell Mooney broke his collarbone. Yeah, broke his collarbone in the offseason in training camp, and that's why he was out until week one. Like, he didn't play at all. He wasn't in camp and he wasn't in preseason. And so he's just now getting up to speed. Like, he probably caught up like maybe literally 3 weeks ago. Can't deal with it anymore. Atlanta, they got too many good players to be like this bad. It's like the same thing with the fucking Giants that I was just saying. It's so frustrating to see. Because you got teams like the Niners that have no business being as good as they are because you have a good head coach. You have a good head coach like Kyle Shanahan, somebody who knows how to run an offense. And you got Saleh, somebody who knows how to run a defense. So, yeah, tough shit. Carolina, look, they dropped this shitty-ass game to the Saints. Only scored 7 points, I think. I mean, yeah, wasn't good. But they're one of those teams, man. As soon as you think they're going to go on a streak, they're going to lose to some fuck-ass team. Bryce Young is just, I don't know. He's got one game over 300 yards passing. And literally every other game has been below 200. So he has one game over 200 yards passing, and that was a 300-yard game. So coincidentally, I don't know. I just don't think that you can go very far. They say don't look at stats. In a lot of instances, that is true. But when your quarterback is only throwing for 100 yards, like 175 on average every game, even though you're in the mix, it's like something tells me that that's not such a great thing. Even if you're running the ball with really good efficiency, it would be different if you were like 7-2 or 8-2, but you're not, you know? And that's really impossible for your quarterback to be on throwing for under 200 every single game and for you to keep winning games. That's like damn near impossible because it just doesn't, because then you're only average. Like, what are you having? Fucking 200 rushing yards a game? That's not happening. Like, for you to be a good offense, that can't happen. But it's happening, and Carolina's just not a great offense right now. I don't know who wins this game because Carolina really took it to them the first time. I mean, Atlanta didn't score a fucking point. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about. You don't score a point, and you got Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London. Nah, man. Something about that is so bad, is so wrong. It's like not even funny. I don't even understand how the fuck this guy still has his job. I'm talking about both of them. I can go on and on about this shit. We got some good games. Bears and Vikings. Now, Caleb Williams, put some fucking respect on his name. In the fourth quarter, when trailing, the guy has been elite. He's been clutch. And the thing about Caleb is that he's been good ever since he came into the NFL. Besides literally the first week of his season, of his career, the first game of his career, he was horrible. He had 6 picks his rookie year, 20 touchdown passes, and this year he's got like 13, and he's got like 4 picks. Yeah, he's got 13 TDs and 4 picks. That's not counting the rushing. And it's like, dude, the guy's off to a great start. That's 33 TDs and 10 interceptions in 1.5 seasons of being a starting QB, playing with a horrible situation in his first year, and he still managed to like not be horrible in that shitty situation, which is insane. And I feel like nobody talks about it. It's weird. I feel like not nobody, but it just, he never comes up in like top 10 quarterback, like lists or conversations or the best young QBs. Like, you rarely see his name brought up. I think it's just because the Bears just aren't a good team. I mean, they're a good team now. They weren't last year. But when you talk about like Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and even like Jackson Dart, you see all this love Jackson Dart is getting? And I love Jackson Dart, but it's like, it's way more noticeable. And I'm in the sports media world. Like, dude, I literally every single day is like it's all I do. It's my job. Like, I'm locked into this shit. So I can notice things even when I'm not like talking about it. I make a mental note of it. It sticks to me. And I don't see his name be brought up like it should be. And it's fucked. Okay, it's fucked because you know why? He is that good. And he is going to lead the Bears to the playoffs. Unless the 7th seed, week 18, week 17, and we play them like week 17, I think. So if it's between us, then fuck that shit. Fuck you. The Bears are not making the playoffs. We're making the playoffs, okay? Because I don't think we're winning our division. Even though we 3-1 in the division right now. But if we're fucking cooked or we're already locked into a playoff spot, then I want the Bears to make it. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to like us, the Packers, the Bears, and that last spot. I don't know who else. Maybe Carolina's not going nowhere. I don't know how I feel about Minnesota. Minnesota's a weird team. Minnesota's a very weird team. I think Kevin O'Connell's a great coach. I mean, you've had some injuries, and I mean, JJ, he's only like 4 or 5 games into his career. It's like, give the guy a break. I'm not gonna go too crazy on him. I mean, look, he went into Detroit and played pretty solid, and he got the dub. So, that's a pretty good. And he came back from being down like 10 to the Bears week 1. So he's done some really good things in a handful of games. It hasn't been like perfect. Like, he hasn't thrown the ball a lot. He hasn't, he's been going like 25 or under like every game. I mean, the one game against Atlanta, I think he threw the ball a lot, but when they win, they have a formula, and he's been throwing the ball a lot less and running. So I think you get some healthy key pieces back like Aaron Jones, and hopefully your receivers stay healthy and you get some rapport with them and you keep it going, because I think he could be really good. So Tampa Bay and Buffalo, this is an interesting game because it's not a must win, because we know that these teams are going to be in it in the end. But it does, I think, set the tone for the second half of the season. Like, I'm talking like when Thanksgiving rolls around, like one of these teams are either going to be like on a roll or they're going to be like fighting for their playoff lives. I think the Bills more so than the Bucs, because the Buccaneers are in a shitty division and like they kind of already have the upper hand. Like, I feel like they're not going to lose to anybody in their division. Maybe Carolina. I don't know. I mean, they lost to Atlanta twice last year. So that was with Kirk. I mean, I don't know. I just think like Tampa Bay can afford to lose this one more than Buffalo, just simply because like you lose to Miami, that's a bad loss. Like, and they were bad. Like, it wasn't like you almost won. Like, you just straight up like you blew it. Like, that was a bad game. And that's Buffalo. That is just Buffalo to a T. Like, they could beat anybody, they could lose to anybody. And that's a tough spot to be, because you can't say that about Kansas City. Like, Kansas City goes into a bad team, goes into the week playing a not so great team or a bad team. You know that they're going to win that shit. Buffalo, you really can't say the same thing. And even though they beat Kansas City in the regular season all the time, they lose to them in the postseason. Tough. I don't know what to tell you, Bills fans. You need to win this game. You got to win it. And you got to start pulling together some wins, because I'm going to be honest, the division, it ain't over. Like, it's not out of reach yet. But you're running out of time. Like, it's like the Patriots have that division in the grasp of their hand. So the Niners, they play Arizona. They're in Arizona. Marvin Harrison's out. They're down to like their third string running back, Jacoby Brissett. They don't have anything good, honestly. I don't even know what I was going to say, but I'm just going to say they're ass. They don't have anything good going for them, so we should win this game. Honestly, if we do, great. If we don't, honestly, fucking great, because who cares at this point? We have nothing to lose. We got nothing to prove. We're so depleted. But the great thing about this game, the great news, is that Purdy and Pearsall are back. Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall are officially returning. I never thought I'd see the fucking day. I'll be honest. I predicted Thanksgiving. That's when I predicted. I predicted that we were gonna get Purdy, Pearsall, and Ayuk all back on the same week in Thanksgiving. And it's looking like Ayuk ain't even gonna fucking return. I don't even know what's going on. That's a weird situation. But this is the thing. Our offense has to take over. I said this in the beginning of the year. Our defense, hands down, was top 5 before Bosa and Warner went down. That fucked us. And everyone else, like Yetur went down, fucking Michael, everyone's fucking hurt. It's better off to put up 27, 24 and control the pace of the game, because this team ain't got nobody besides McBride right now. I'm not worried about, fucking Greg Dortch scoring on us. I'm fucking taller than that guy. All right. It's like, we got to win this game. And if we don't, well, I mean, I said I don't care, but obviously I'll be pretty upset. But nah, I mean, in all seriousness, all jokes aside, it's great to have the guys back. I mean, it should open up so much for Jawan, for KB, even for George, with Pearsall being back and now McCaffrey's here. Kyle can finally run it the way he wants to run it. It might take a few weeks. Like, it might take like a week or two to get really up to speed really for Pearsall, because he hasn't practiced. Purdy's been in and out. I mean, Purdy's been in practice and like very limited, but he's been practicing. Pearsall hasn't practiced, so it's going to maybe take a while for him. But these are the games that we need to win, because we're going against Indy, the Bears, and Seattle to close out the season. That's not easy. That's not an easy 3 games. I mean, Indy is like, I don't even want to know how that game's going to fucking look. I don't know. Seattle's obviously tough. They might, even if they do have the division on lock, they might not want to play. They might not want to sit their starters, because they might have a chance to knock us out of the playoffs in that week, in the last week of the season. It's just unfolding that way. So, you really never know what you're going to get that week. Shit, it might be the night game, and we're wearing our rivalry jerseys. So the Bears game is, I don't know. I think the Bears will be a better team by then. So Seahawks and Rams. Now, this game could very well determine who is the number 1 seed in the NFC. I still don't feel right saying that about Seattle. I just don't think that they're legit. Listen, I've probably given them props before, and they deserve it. Like, they're really good. But when it comes down to it in the playoffs, like, Seattle is just weird. They're just weird. I mean, look at that game against Houston. Look at the game against us in week 1. Like, there's just something about Seattle. I don't know what it is. Like, they're really good. They blow teams out. They've been blowing teams out. But it's just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't. Something about them. I mean, that the first game against Arizona on Thursday night, they almost lost that. They're just a very weird team. I feel like they're like a collapse kind of waiting to happen in the second half. They don't really have a great consistent run game. They turn the ball over a lot. a lot more than they should. I feel like they don't know how to play clock management. The game against Tampa Bay too, another one where everything went completely out the window. They fucking made Baker and Ibuka look like Brady and Moss. Baker and Emeka Ibuka are better than Brady and Moss. Yeah, the Rams are looking like the NFC favorite. I don't see how they lose this game. I really don't. As much as Seattle has been playing really good, I think they're in a different class. I'm not saying that they're going to blow them out, the Rams, but okay, Denver and Kansas City, this is the game I'm most excited for. Because not only do I just want to see Denver's defense beat the shit out of Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, but I just like Denver. I just think Denver, like, they're coming off of a shitty game against the Raiders where they should not have been that shitty. They had no business being, the Raiders had no business being that close with them. I want Denver to get back on track. I want them to prove this is their game, to prove it. Like, this, if they win this, it's like they pretty much have the division on lock. Now, Philly and Detroit, that's Sunday night. Should be a good game. Primetime football was at an all-time low last week. And I don't even know what the 2-10-7 games. It's like you're never going to fucking see that again. The thing about Philly, that there's just something not right. This year, it's been A.J. Brown in the passing offense. Well, mainly A.J. Brown and just the inconsistency of the passing offense. But I think this season is like a 2023 situation. They were 10-1, and then the Niners came into Philly and smacked the shit out of them, like handled them bad. So, and this is a very, very similar scenario because you're kind of coming in with the lead in the NFC. You're 8-2, I think. They're 8-2, I'm pretty sure. And Detroit's 6-3, and it's like, we may have the better record. We may be at home, primetime game, but Detroit is rolling right now. Like, they're scoring points on literally anybody and everybody. And, like, I don't think Philly necessarily, I'm not saying that they can't keep up with Detroit offensively, because if they play their game, you get Saquon and Jalen running the ball well early, then it's a different game. But if, you're not scoring TDs, you're kind of stalling, and you let Detroit hang around, like, they're going to break one. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to break one. Montgomery's going to break one. Jameson's going to break one downfield. I think Philly's got to play their game. They got to make Detroit beat them at their own game, like time management. Don't give up a big play, especially in the pass. Don't let Jameson get downfield. Don't let St. Brown get downfield. Don't let them pull their shit, their lines, trick play bullshit on you. Don't do it. Keep everything in front of you. Manage the clock. I feel like when you got to say that, the team is probably not in a good position to win. So I think Detroit, honestly, I think they win. But it should be interesting. This should be a good game. I hope it's a good game. The Cowboys and for the Raiders game, I question why the Raiders have so many primetime matchups. I really question who's running this shit. Who is running this shit? The schedule makers, specifically the ones that have a thing for the Raiders and overhype them for no reason. Who's running this shit? I want to know. I just want to know. Because the fact that you gave the Raiders more than one primetime game and that you haven't flexed them out of any others is just insanity. Insanity to me. Nevertheless, look, I'm always one for seeing Brock Bowers play ball. I'm always one for seeing Genti play ball. I'm always one for seeing George Pickens play ball. So I'm a just let it slide. And plus, I got Javonte on fantasy, so I'm gonna be watching this game. I'm good with anything else. I'm done here. Look, my time's come to an end. Not on Earth. I'm gonna be living still. I'm just saying here for this video. But yeah, it's tough. Week 11, NFL season is flying by. We'll see what happens. We'll come back around the same time next week. I'm only doing one of these vids. I'm not doing reaction vids anymore. This is like the reaction and prediction video at the same time because I just can't do it because I don't have any editors. I do this shit all by myself. I get easily distracted. I have like vices and shit that I got to go take a part of. Nothing crazy. Like, I'm not fucking doing, like, shooting meth or anything. But I got to get into some stuff to keep this shit interesting, you know? I got to keep this. I can't just go to the gym, like, eat Chipotle, go home and watch a movie every night. Stay on the grind, but, you know, fucking get on that shit. Get on something. Go out and experience something. I don't know. Go climb something. Even if it doesn't even have to be a huge mountain, or go climb a nice valley, you know, a hill. Get high enough to where you can see a skyline or the sunset and just, you know, fucking just enjoy it. That's as good as it's going to get. I'll spoil it to you right now. That's as good as it's going to get, and that's awesome. That's awesome. That's perfect right there. You don't need anything else. The only thing that would make it better is if you were with friends or family and you had like a few drinks or like a hot dog or a burger or something, or like some grilled, like chorizo and grilled steak and chicken and shrimp on a skewer, like on one of the metal skewers, and something like maybe like a bourbon. That's as good as it's going to get. It doesn't get better than that. Everything that you think that you want, you think you like, you don't that stripper does not really want you. You might be able to fuck her if you know, you pay her enough money, but go the fuck home. Don't go to strip clubs. Just stop. I mean, for the fucking love of God, just stop it. I can't even believe that I'm actually revealing this, but I kind of look down at people that go to strip clubs on a regular basis. Like, I'm talking like every weekend. Grow the fuck up. Stop being a cuck and, like, you know, get on that. Go do some shit. Go have fun. You know, we're in the middle of like the greatest time of year, you know, giving season, Thanksgiving. Follow the Deep Ball on Instagram. Best football content in the fucking world. It doesn't get better. I'm telling you. I say it like I mean it because I know it. All right. Tony Soprano, Baba Booey Gabagool, the Jersey Shore. I'm from New Jersey. Paulie D, your sister's ass. Bruce Springsteen. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.